if anybody wants to see us. We have Jasmine. Hello, Douglas. And I'm going to tell you guys about some house changes. We don't go in the backyard anymore. He doesn't want to. My grandparents' house. Hello, Winds. We've had to rehome a dog. I believe he did go back to my ex. Ernie does not live with us anymore. His behavioral issues were too much. I know he looks like a fun, affable boy, but he does not listen to women, and he does not take commands from women. So I did feel my ex-husband's spicy attitude come down here after I told him repeatedly that I was having issues. And it ended with, we had fleas, he had to have a collar. It was insane. He nearly bit his tail off, and I couldn't take it anymore. I called shelter and where he came from, and we would rather you call us than do something like that. So that is what we did. And I think it was a good decision because for the first time in 5 years, the house is calm. I'm so calm, I'm dysregulated. That's how big his energy was. And I'm an energy reader and I'm a clairvoyant, so this was not like the rest of my familiars. Hello, wind. They're so beautiful out tonight, all the leaves. Leaves always remind me of my grandfather because he used to sit on the porch across the street, and he'd sit on that porch and he would watch the leaves, and he said he would do math. Walking a long time, and I've been collecting leaves. We're hoping to move soon. Where, we don't know, but we're going to because we can go anywhere. Huh, Douglas Arthur? Well, he can't hear anyway. But this is what we do. And there's that dog up there. So let's see what happens. Because this dog up here on the corner is not a good dog. He tried to attack Ernie a couple of times. His owners have trouble controlling him when other dogs are around. But what do I know? They just have Gozek signs up. And we all know in Oswego who Mayor Gozek is. His love for little children should make everybody in his family not run. You know what I'm saying? When your father's the mayor and you get caught and he gets caught big time along with the sheriff doing some really shady shit, no. Let's see what happens. Because my dog is deaf. My dog barks at cars. People, but not for too long. Oh, we gotta do another little wiggle. There we go. Granted, they also had a spirit over there, so I crossed that spirit over, so you never know. What you thinking? What you thinking? Where we going? We're gonna go around the block to the murder scene. We had a murder around the block. Last time I took Ernie for a walk, they literally had to hold their dog down from going over the porch railing across the street to get my dog. So I stopped walking them. I start walking them totally different after that. Oh, would you stop? My goodness, so ferocious at the bicycles. Oh, I know, they're like tiny little two-wheeled cars. I'm sorry, guys. He's all bark. If anything, he'd come up there and just lick your legs. Which is true. The other day he got to meet someone who had a pug. He had so much fun. He had such a good time. Their dog is doing good. I think now that that spirit's crossed over, their dog will be better. And the really weird part was, it was really late at night, and when I turn the corner and I'm talking to the spirit, because I do this often, because I'm clairvoyant, there was a man, an elderly man sitting in the garage who just waved me off, and I was like, this is not normal for midnight. Yeah, let's just say I went around the block that day. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Oh, we're gonna pee on a leaf. We're gonna pee on a leaf, because why not? Why not pee on a leaf? Hi, baby. If you guys want me to put any of my readings on this channel, I will. I keep this channel strictly animals. I don't put any readings up. If you want them, let me know. Or if you just want to know where my page is. Baby. What are we doing? Their dogs are good. Their dogs are pretty good over there. I'm not kidding when I say the whole difference in change. Yes, that's the bird. Oh, it was up there. It was a bird's nest. It fell down a few days ago. We've been walking every day since Ernie left because he doesn't want to go back in the backyard. What are we doing? What are we doing, Lovey Bear? Hello, winds. The wind on the lake is beautiful. We're not even we're like 7 blocks from the lake. But this also isn't lake wind, this is spirit wind. And we pee again. It was so sad. God bless the man who passed away and his family. It's such a terrible tragedy. It was not needed. Hello, Spirit. Ooh. I think yes. I think this leaf. I think yes. You're taking him home to join the rest of the leaves. I love the red leaves. The red leaves are my favorite. The red and the yellow ones. Energies have quieted down, which is good. What are you doing? You love to go through your leaves. You love to go through your leaves. I really like taking him for walks. This has been fun. I couldn't take Ernie for walks. Ernie, like I said, didn't listen to women. He wouldn't listen to commands. I got so frustrated after we adopted him that I literally sent my former husband and him to puppy heads, to dog training, and it did nothing. A lot of that is follow through, though. A lot of dog training is follow through, and that has been what I have learned since having all of my own dogs. And I've had a lot. I've had a coonhound blue tick mix. I've had one of those pit bulls that are not nanny bulls. They're not chonky pitties. They're the ones mixed with boxer. They're the ones you don't mess around with, you know. I've had pugs. I've had pug Pekingese who was hell on. She was the reason why I even got dog training for a dog. She was not even 1.5 pounds walking across the yard and didn't come back when I called her. She literally just turned around, looked at me, and then turned her head around and walked. And I was like, oh God, no. So we went to puppy head start. And at the time I had a Cocker Spaniel, Poodle mix, Annie, who was my mom's. And Annie was terrible. Annie started to growl at her on the sofa, and I so happened like half an hour later, happened down to Cesar Millan, who had the same exact person with a problem with a Chihuahua, and it was ownership. And the wind is great today. And the wind is literally following me around the block. And Annie, so I learned that was possession, and once I put Annie off the sofa and didn't bring Misha up, because no one's doing a favorite child, it adjusted itself. It was wonderful. So the fact that nothing could be achieved with Ernie was not my fault. It wasn't my former husband's fault. It wasn't the fault of COVID. It was the fault of previous owners who were extremely horrifically abusive people. Ernie would do things like, if my ex-husband was boisterous, because he's a very boisterous man when he talks. He's got a gorgeous baritone voice, and he's just a boisterous human. He's a little loud. We're a neurodivergent household. And I got chalk art. And he would come right in between the two of us as if he was doing something wrong. And then because I'm neurodivergent, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't bark at cars. Sorry, but no. We don't bark at cars because that'll get you in trouble. Yeah, we're gonna cut that out. We're gonna train that out of you. Of course, it's hard. He's deaf, so it's not like I can. But is it? We got a poop going on. Okay, me grab a thing. We're those people. We pick up after ourselves. And if the leaf goes in the wind, then the leaf goes in the wind. But no, I'm not going to capture me doing this. Did he even go? He did. He had a little tiny poo-poo. But he would do like... Well, I'll tell you something. Feed your dog good food, they don't poop as much. I feed mine. I cook for him. Cooked for both of them, actually. But they also get chicken soup for the dog lover's soul, which is the best dog food I've ever had in my life. Better than any dog food I've ever had. Ooh, someone's got company coming. That was a door that just opened and closed. Yep. Hello, Spirit. Hello, Spirit. Hello. Hello. But his behavioral issues had nothing to do with my former husband and I. They had all to do with the previous home he was in and the abusiveness there. Because the abusiveness there was the kind of thing where it was narcissism. It's very easy to see that because this dog was gaslighting me constantly. I couldn't let anything drop. You couldn't let a lighter drop on the floor without him like literally physically being jumpy. Oh, that's a cool little frog back there. Or a turtle light. Oh, that's so cool. You couldn't have loud. No, there were some things I got because he didn't like he didn't like thunder and lightning and the change in the bariatric pressure, which he's like haze on. It's normal. What's not normal is not being able to take your dishes out of the cupboard underneath for 5 years without a dog literally getting triggered. The problem is when the dog knows how to walk across the floor, but then chooses to skitter across because he knows it bothers you. That was what was really, really surreal, is the dog was literally doing stuff that he knew bothered me. I've never come across that. And when I was making decisions, because I was in tears, my heart rate was up, my blood pressure was up, I couldn't breathe. It was bad. We're almost home. And I finally called pause in the fact because I was like, maybe they can take him and find somebody. And they said to them, I said, it's almost like he's gaslighting me. And she said, that's a behavioral issue. And I said, really? And she goes, yeah. I said, so it's dogs can psychologically abuse a human. It's a behavioral issue. And she goes, yes. And that was the moment that I decided to call the shelter and say, I have to give him a better home. And when they came, because they were absolutely wonderful, Oswego Animal Shelter was wonderful. They said, we'd rather have you bring him back here. And do you want us to call your former husband? And I said, yes, because I know he would be a better home for him. And honestly, he should never have returned him. He should have returned 3 pugs and a black cat. Or an orange cat. Instead, he sent back Ernie, Doug, and Oscar. But some people also weren't mentally healthy when they were making those choices. And they know that. So, at the end of the day, I had to do what's right for Douglas, and Douglas has turned into a dog. Douglas, before it was Doug would have to, oh, wow, look at those. Those are gorgeous. So pretty, like they're peeking out to say hello. Those are hydrangeas right there. That's a giant hydrangea tree right there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, Doug now wiggles around the sofa ridiculously. We'll try to get video tonight. Well, he's getting tired now. We only go around the block. You ready for leaves? What? You hear the sirens? You do hear some sound. You do hear some high sounds. You hear the sirens? I'm gonna grab him here. He loves going in the leaves. It makes me so happy. My little leafy beefy boy. My leafy beefy boy. Woo. Oh, wow, the spirits are going that way. Shit, man. Did you feel that rush of spirits going that way? Ooh, that's like a chill from my body. Crazy. Sorry. But, I was shocked that it was a behavioral issue. And I did the right thing. I had to do what I had to do. And Doug no longer needs to sit in the kitchen with me. He'll wander out into the kitchen to see where I am, and then he'll wander back out in the living room. Like, I will often make dinner and walk out with 2 bowls, and he's like, what? Wait, huh? You made dinner? And I'm like, yeah, I made dinner. Duh. I'm not sure what we're having tonight, but I think it's going to include some turkey. Probably some carrots, maybe some broccoli and some rice. Well, we're getting a new bag for that one. He's a good boy. You know what? No, I'm using a different second one because I'm done with this. It's that whole trying to get I'm not even going to suffer through this. I'm just going to pick it up because I'm so proud of him for pooping twice. But he's a totally different dog. He's a totally different dog. He doesn't need to be by my side all the time. I mean, yeah, he wanders around and he follows me, but it's not like it used to be. Like Ernie, he could not get unanxious with Ernie. Like, Ernie just constantly made him anxious. Constantly. Ernie made everybody anxious. Ernie made a whole household anxious. I love that dog. I love him to pieces, but it's to the point where in the house we can't say the dog's name because it's so traumatizing. I did not know you could feel like this having a dog, but here we are. And like I say, it had nothing to do with my former husband and our separation. It had nothing to do with me. I'm not saying he wasn't traumatized by my former husband a little bit afterwards. Yes, he was. They all were. I know for a fact because I took care of them. And he's a jackass, so if he's listening to this, he knows. Yeah. He knows. And he knows he can't, because he knows I don't lie. And I don't spin yarns because it's just so boring. It's so time consuming to lie. Why bother? It's easier to remember the truth, right? So, yeah. that's, you know, Ernie's previous home was not good. Ernie's previous home was abusive. Ernie was literally seized from 2 counties over by police officers. He was seized by police officers 2 counties over. We had to be literally escorted out of the shelter to make sure that people were not following us home. And not only did people follow us home, and to PetSmart, because I kept seeing somebody walking around, because I'm not stupid, you know. But it was COVID, and we kept walking on, and people kept stopping us. One guy literally got out of his car during COVID to ask us what kind of dog he was. And I was like, he's a husky. And he's like, he's beautiful. I'm like, I know. We've had him since he was a puppy. Like, that's how strange it got. Like, I lie to people about my dog because it was not normal to have people just stop. Even with him, like, I've had people stop and go, oh my God, he's so cute. But never that questioning. And then there was the night that somebody was in the State Farm parking lot with their car doors open with a child. It was a man and a woman, and it looked like they were getting ready to scale my fence. And that's when I just went out there and said, come on, Ernie, come into your home because this is your house. So there was a lot, and it was a good decision because the whole household is better. And I am so calm, I'm dysregulated. It's not where I want to be right now, but it is where I am. It's where we are. And now you see he's had his couple of blocks, and he's tired. But he would go for blocks and blocks if I let him. But then our little Douglas Arthur, a good guy. Hi. Oh, you're a good baby. Yes. Oh, yes, you're so babies. You're so babies. You're so baby. Yes, you're so baby. Yes. He's so good. But yeah. But it's just weird how the house is. It's like an abuser was taken out of the house and every animal feels it. That's the messed up part of it. And the dog doesn't want to go back in the backyard anymore. So we take walks every day now. He wiggles around. He's silly. He's learning how to be a dog. He's learning how to be him. And that was something that I've never had a dog not learn. So those are the new changes to the household. See, now he's tired. He does really good. And then it's like he like, I only want to go 2 blocks, and he doesn't want to go 2 blocks. He wants to go longer. Sorry, Leaf, go. I leave him. Mangled Leaf or not. Yes. Yes, come on, baby, we go. All right. We're going to walk home slowly. We only got a little bit more to go. We don't have so much to do. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our walk. See you guys later. Good night. God bless you. We love you.